belum dapat update-nya aku saja guys.
My hair is ruined.
Nggak cari full upgrade soalnya kelamaan. Saya mainnya speedrun kemarin. Udah nggak nyari ending aku guys. Udah nggak bisa, nggak tahu kenapa tuh. Let's go. Oke, nice. Oke. Ada terus ini. Nice. Oke. Masih panjang perjalanannya, Bung. 5. Udah 5. Lah, bukan yang ini. What? Oh, yang ini loh. Nah, astaga. Salah guys, salah Mas, lupa aku di sini. Ini loh, resell stage ini loh. Oh, ini sini. Iya, nanti rusak lagi, kesel gua. Freddy, what are you doing di situ? Sini loh. Oh, itu apa? Oke. Alhamdulillah ini apa dia? Oke. Lalu kita ke master size. Oke, bentar. Ini loh buktinya. Ini kan sudah jangan, sudah last ini kan ya. Kok dari tadi ngotot minta di save sih. Ini loh. Kayaknya yang ini, kayaknya Monty ini. Sabar ya. Oke, kayaknya Monty ini deh. Ijo-ijo ini kayak Monty. Oh benar, oke, alhamdulillah ya Allah. Oke, habis itu terakhir di Bonnie Ball ya, yang katanya Mas. Oke, Mas Takoyaki tadi bilang Bonnie Ball ya. Itu lagi konsultasi gitu. Karena kan selalu psikiater kan selalu seperti itu, dia punya rekaman dari pasien-pasiennya. Jadi tuh rekamannya sama dia gitu. Terakhir psikiaternya dia. Sabar, wah, demi mendapatkan si Vanessa. Ah, ini apa ya Allah? Oke. Oke, nice.
However, we should still do our best to avoid her. If I am sent back to my room, we will never get to the lobby before midnight.
Okay. Oh, finally oh man. Okay, last one guys, last one. coach di tempat duduk. Oh man, the last one. Oh my god. Ya Allah, di sini toh dia. Yes. This is last. Iya kah? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oke. Alright guys, kita lanjutin. Jadi aku udah offline ya setelah tadi live streaming kan sempet capek ya. Terus saya lanjutin offline untuk menemukan 16 CD. Nah, kita di sini tadi kan di live stream yang live streamnya itu saya sudah dapat 16 CD kan. Sebenarnya 2 itu glitch guys, tapi ternyata kita bisa dapetin, emang udah di fix sama developernya. Lalu saya sudah full upgrade si Freddy saya. Jadi Freddy saya udah full upgrade teman-teman, sampai suara cica. Jadi memang benar harus ada cicanya. Harus memang benar-benar ada cica. Nah ini bentar guys. Masalahnya adalah saya mau cas dulu nih. Baterai Freddy saya cepet banget habisnya guys. Cepet banget habisnya karena saya nggak upgrade semua ya, karena kan speedrun. Jadi kalau kalian nonton live ini saya memang benar-benar harus cepet-cepet. Oke, ini kita lanjut ke waktu pertama kali kita ketemu Monty teman-teman ya. Jadi pertama kali kita dikejar Monty, nah di situ tempatnya ada tempat untuk si dengerin ini ya, dengerin CD-nya guys. Nah situ nanti tahu semua kita guys. Di situ siapakah si Vanessa atau Fanny ini teman-teman ya, di sini kalau nggak salah. Oke, tadi kan kemarin live stream udah sampai sini, tapi kita butuh cica voice. Oke, kita udah bisa buka teman-teman. Nah ini kan kita sudah bisa lihat nih, karena kita punya matanya si Roxy ya. Nah, ini tuh cara bukanya kita, karena ada sesuatu di sini, guys. Nah, kalau kalian dengar, itu tuh ada kayak suara TV. Ini kita foto teman-teman. Ada pintu kecil, di mana kita buat putar retro CD-nya teman-teman. Alright. Jadi kalau kalian tahu ya teman-teman ya, ini tuh kayak tempat di mana kalau nggak salah di sister location ini si Fanny atau Vanessa ini dikurung di sini guys. Dimana dia disuruh nonton ini, dan sama sih acara TV-nya juga ada ini, help wanted apa sister location ada di sini teman. Nah ini kita bisa putar di sini. Oke, ini kita bisa putar CD pertama.
Hello Vanessa, how are you feeling today? You look a little tired. Well, it's been a while since we last spoke. How's your anxiety been? You did so well with your calming protocols when we first worked together. Are you still using those? Yes? Okay, good. Well, now I understand there's a new issue. It came on just recently, rather suddenly. Can you tell me about it?
What issue? I've been doing my job. I come in and sit at my desk and do my work.
Yes, of course you do. Your performance reviews are good. But a routine check of your online history has revealed that you've spent quite a bit of time with someone in an encrypted conversation. We have transcripts, and I've read them. But it's not clear what you're talking about in these conversations. I can't make sense of it. You must be getting something from these that I'm not getting, right? Who are you talking to in these?
No one. Sometimes I talk with Lewis. He's in the marketing department. He's nice, I guess.
Yes, I see Lewis here. But
Louis.
there's someone else.
Ada orang lain lagi katanya. Oke, jadi yang ini kayaknya CD pertama teman-teman. CD pertama yang kita putar. Wait, kita lihat coba dulu di inventory apakah. Loh, itu CD. Oh, ini tuh terserah gitu CD-nya gimana. Oh, gue kira dia bisa buka deh terus CD-nya. Oke. Tadi sih kalau aku dapetin ya bahwa dia itu lagi diwawancara sama terapi atau psikiaternya dia, si Vanessa. Si Vanessa ini ada online historinya di mana dia kayak nyoba game. Lalu dia ada skripnya. Habis itu dia lagi ngomong sama seseorang bernama Louis. Dia itu marketing departemen. Tapi ternyata bukan itu yang dimaksud si terapisnya ya teman-teman ya. Ada lagi someone else. I don't know, nggak tahu. Oke, mari kita coba lagi. Ini nggak bisa dimatiin kah? Oke, audionya kurang gede banget ya. Aku nggak dengar sama. Bentar, kayaknya FSX-nya kita matiin. Musik volume kayaknya ya. Voice volumenya ini kita kecilin dulu deh. Oke, suaranya nggak dengar soalnya guys. Oke, ini kedua.
Good morning. Isn't it a pretty day? No? What's the matter? Oh, right. Too bright. I'll pull the shades. Better? When the shade's pulled, it feels like we're in a cubbyhole or a cave? Yeah? So you're not talking to me again today? This isn't all that productive, you know. Don't you think the sessions are more successful when you talk to me? You know, everyone associated with this company gets performance reviews, right? When my sessions don't get results, my reviews aren't very good. If you don't want to talk for your own sake, how about for mine? You don't want me to get in trouble, do you? I could be put in the corner for a timeout. Yeah, you think that's funny, huh?
Itu rekaman apa ya? Kayak dia rekaman sendiri deh. Oh, itu kayak rekaman si terapisnya ya. Dia nggak mau ngomong.
Hi, go ahead. Sit down.
I don't know you. What happened to...
Oh, we'll get to
Aku
know
nggak
each
tahu
other
apa.
in no time. I've read through all your files, so I feel like we've been talking for weeks. I feel like I know your dad, too. Bill, right? Your dad's name was Bill?
Bill?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I try to do what I'm supposed to do.
I know you do. Your supervisor notes that you follow instructions perfectly. Your dad made you follow instructions, didn't he? I'm talking about the custody battle between your mum and your dad. Your dad didn't play fair, did he? He used to make your mum look bad in court. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Do you want to talk about how that felt? I suppose I don't need you to tell me it felt bad to have a parent scare you into saying things that weren't true. He manipulated you. It wasn't your fault. It's really sad, but it's common for one parent to use their child to hurt the other parent. I know your mum after she lost the custody case.
I was supposed to be a good girl.
What happened to her had nothing to do with you, even though it was your testimony that did it. Was that testimony true? No, I didn't think so. But your dad is to blame, not you.
Oh, jadi di yang rekaman ketiga ini udah ngebuka ininya teman-teman ya. Siapa si ayah dan ibunya ya? Bill? Dia bilang Bill tadi. Terus kenapa ibunya dia zzzz gitu-gitu. Terus dia juga memanipulasi. Lanjut ya.
You're not going to talk to me? No? What's the problem? Oh, the flowers? Yes, these are particularly fragrant today, aren't they? I'll move them. There. Now, let's see. What are you looking at? You're amazingly alert, aren't you? All right. Well, I'd like to have you tell me about yourself. But I can see that you're not going to do that. Or are you? All right then. If you aren't going to talk to me, I'll just go by these notes. You just sit there and be comfy. Or not. That chair doesn't really fit you, does it? Well, this won't take long. Let's see. Your previous counselor is no longer available. Does that bother you? No? You don't look surprised to see me sitting here instead of your last therapist. Well, then, let's get to it. I'll admit that some of what's in your file is a little surprising. Overall, you don't come across as a troublemaker. But if you read between the lines, it's clear that you have a little rebellious side, right? And I'm surprised by your knowledge of computers. You're something of a phenom. Do you know what that word means? It means you have unusual skill, like a hacker.
Hacker.
I assume you know what a hacker is. Yes? Do you think of yourself as a hacker?
Oke, di yang ini keempat ya. Itu kayak dia nggak ngomong sama sekali ya teman-teman ya. Disuruh introduce siapa si Vanessa, dia nggak mau ngomong. Suruh chat pakai tulis note juga nggak ngomong dia. Kayak ada something kurang sih sama si Vanessa. Terus dia juga punya skill yang di komputer. Skill komputer kayak dia nganggapnya si terapis itu hacker sih. Jadi dia kemampuannya memang benar-benar nggak ada di Vanessa gitu, di orang lain maksudnya.
Good morning, Vanessa. Let's jump right in, shall we? I got a message last night about you, and I have to be honest, it was upsetting. Apparently, the IT department has put together a pretty lengthy report chronicling non-job related communications that have been coming to your computer. The fact that you're still doing something obviously not work-related on the job is disturbing enough. But what bothers me about what I read is that the messages you're getting seem very manipulative in nature. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I get a lot of messages from friends. I like when Lewis writes to me. He's funny.
I'm not talking about Lewis. You know who I'm talking about. Why won't you open up about it? What you might not know is that this person who's been sending you messages has been hacking into your personal files too. These are the same files I have here. These files are full of details about your life. Do you know what that means?
I'm not in the tech department. I just type on the computers.
I know that. But what matters here is that this person who is contacting you knows a lot about you.
Lots of people know more than I do. Sometimes I need to listen.
Oke, di rekaman yang kelima ini ada message yang dikirim ke Vanessa dan itu dia orangnya tahu semua tentang Vanessa, kehidupannya dia, a lot of Vanessa, all about Vanessa. Personalnya itu kebuka semua sama orang ini. Gak tahu tuh orang siapa.
Good morning. It's good to meet you. I've read your file, so I'm up to speed on what you and your previous therapists have worked on. Sure, you can have a candy. I'll have one too.
Oh, mak permen, lollipop.
You look chill sitting there like that. Not a care in the world, huh?
Udah chill dia.
All right. Well, I'd like to start by talking about your parents. What
Okay.
happened to them and you was tragic. But when I looked through the notes, I didn't get a sense that you've processed that emotionally. When I read your account of what happened, it came across as, well, more of an objective rather than a subjective narrative. Oh, sorry. You don't know what that means, do you? What I mean is that the way you told the story is more like you were reading something from a book than you were talking about your own past. That makes me think you've cut yourself off from it. Is that right? Not sure? Well, I see in your file that you spend a lot of time by yourself and are good at self-dialogue. You know what I mean? Asking yourself questions and getting answers. So maybe you should ask yourself how you really feel about your past. Maybe you should give yourself a chance to really look at what happened and let yourself be upset about it. So you can let it go.
Oke, di rekaman ke-6 ini lebih memulai menguak masa lalunya si Vanessa ya, karena katanya keluarganya itu berakhir tragis. Untuk
Hi,
ketujuh,
Vanessa. Would you like a candy? Butterscotch today.
No, thank you. Those have 35 calories apiece.
dia nggak mau permen.
Well, they taste good to me. Okay, I thought we could do something today that will help us get to know one another better. It looks like you've never taken an ink blot test, right? No? Okay. Then I'm going to show you some ink blots, like this one. And I want you to tell me the first thing it makes you think of. Here we go. What do you see here?
A treehouse.
It does look sort of like a treehouse, doesn't it? Do you like treehouses?
I like to sit outside and read.
That's good. Now, what about this one?
A beetle.
Really? Looks like a face to me. That's very interesting.
Oh, yang ketujuh ini mulai tes kepribadiannya si Vanessa, teman-teman. Jadi Vanessa itu, kalian apa sih, ini ada tes namanya itu kayak misalnya kalian pernah nggak sih tesnya itu kayak kira-kira kamu yang melihat ini apa duluan gitu. Jadi kayak ada gambar, terus tiba-tiba ada gambar orang sama gambar misalnya gambar rumah gitu ya. Tapi dalam satu gambar, nah yang dilihat perspektif orang itu berbeda guys. Jadi kalau kalian lihatnya rumah, artinya apa? Lah ini lihatnya dia itu selalu yang berbeda dengan si psikiaternya gitu atau terapisnya gitu, dan itu sangat-sangat awesome gitu kayak. Dia tuh punya pemikirannya out of the box jadinya. Jadi yang satunya tree house, terus satunya dia malah tadi bilang apa ya, lupa gua. Pokoknya yang berbeda dari terapisnya gitu kan. Harusnya dia dia buka tapi dia apa gitu loh dia guys. Mantap sih. Oke, 8
Have
ya.
you thought more about what we talked about? In our last session, you told me you were sad and scared about what happened to you. I suggested you write down exactly what made you so sad and scared. Did you do that? You know, I work with people of all ages, from little kids to the very elderly, and everyone reacts to tragedy differently. Tragedy always leads to a feeling of loss. It's a hole that feels funny, right? Yeah. So, if you could process those feelings, how do you think it would affect your fantasies? Would you keep them in the way they are?
Ini masih membahas masa lalunya lagi ya.
What are you doing? Oh, you like those? I do too. They smell so sweet, don't they? Apparently, the janitor on this floor has a garden and has been putting bouquets
suka
in the
bunga,
offices
guys.
here for years. Do you ever grow things? No?
I work a lot.
I know you do. Maybe more than you should. More free time would do you good. Do you have a hobby? No? Perhaps we could find one for you, like a sport. No? I have a craft space in my basement. Maybe I could come up with something you could learn to do.
I don't like dark basements.
I don't like dark basement. Ke-8 ya. Oke, kita ke berapa ini ya?
I'd
10.
say make yourself comfortable, but I think you already are. It looks like you could take a nap. That's a nice chair, isn't it? According to these message logs, you've been working pretty late over the last couple of weeks. Or not working. Are you ready to talk about who you're interacting with? From what I can see here, the interaction is getting more serious. Is it distracting you from your work?
My work is important. There's a non-disclosure agreement.
Aku coba ke
Good morning, Vanessa.
yang ke-11.
Well, I can't blame you for looking out the window instead of listening
Oh,
to
dia
me.
lagi lihat-lihat
It's a
ini ya.
gorgeous day, isn't it?
Di jendela.
I like the blue sky.
So do I. Now, let's see what we can get done on this nice sunny day. Okay, here we go. I know part of your job requires you to do online searches, but a routine audit of your search history has revealed that you're doing a little private searching on company time. Is that right?
I get breaks.
That's true. So, on your breaks, It looks like you were shopping for a costume. You purchased some fake fur material. What are you gonna make?
Udah
What was
gitu?
that? Did you say the costume is a secret? Why is that?
I can't talk about this. He said he would always be watching.
Siapa?
He could be here, or there, or anywhere in between.
Are you talking about your dad? Have those feelings come up again? I hate sounding like a broken record, but this is something you really need to resolve if you're ever going to be happy.
I have. I compartmentalized him. He's locked away.
No, that's not what I mean. You can't just ignore an issue. You have to face your memory of the experiences and process them so you can let it go. So you don't get triggered anymore. You can use a sort of self-dialogue to release these things.
I don't like doing that.
Well, okay. We'll get back to that. I'd really like to know something about this costume. What's it for?
Oke, di CD 11 ini dia membahas tentang baju apa ya, bulu-bulu fur ya, lebih ke fur gitu kan, kayak hewan gitu, fur material ya, fake fur, jadi kayak bulu-bulu yang palsu gitu loh guys. Baju yang berbulu-bulu itu gimana sih, kalian tahu kan maksudnya? Nah itu dia online purchasing ke dia, jadi beli gitu. Nah ini buat apa? Buat siapa gak tahu. Katanya sih kalau dia bilang tadi ngomongnya agak susah ya. Dan itu kayaknya always be watching. Kayaknya nggak tahu ayahnya atau siapa, aku nggak tahu.
I understand you'll be transferring to a different
ya.
location soon. I'll be
Oh,
sorry
mau
to see you
dipindahkan
go.
dia.
I think we've been making progress, don't you? You can request to come back and speak with me more on your own time, though. Did you know that? Our sessions don't have to be company mandated. I have all sorts of clients, Vanessa. I don't just work with corporations. I work with individuals and small groups. I even work in schools. I'm wherever I'm needed.
I'm needed somewhere else now. Thank you.
Oh dia mau dipindah guys. Di yang ke-13 12 ini dia mau dipindah ya.
When I'm getting to know a new client, I like to start by finding out directly from them what they like to do. How do you
beda lagi
spend
nih
all the
terapisnya
time you
nih.
have? Nothing. Well, how do
Suaranya
you
beda
feel
sih.
about sports? You like sports? Yeah? No? Oh, I get it. You like to watch them, but not play them. You like being inside, don't you? I get that. Lots of weird stuff outdoors, isn't there? Yeah, I understand. Well,
Ini belum
I
dijawab
hate
ya.
to do this right off the bat, but I've been directed to ask you about this. Apparently, I'm the 4th therapist you've had.
Oh,
And
4
apparently
terapi
all
sudah
3
guys.
of your former therapists have gone missing. Or 2 of them are missing. I don't want to scare you, but I have to tell you that one of them was found dead.
Wow.
That doesn't seem to upset you. Well, then I guess I'll go ahead and tell you that the woman's body was pretty messed up. It looked like it was mangled by machinery. That doesn't bother you either? It's all pretty strange, I think. I'm not clear on the circumstances. Apparently the police don't have any evidence. How does all of this make you feel? Maybe I should be watching my back. Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? Okay, shall we move on to something lighter?
Oke. Guys, ini merinding banget gue ya. Yang 13 ini terapisnya bilang tadi saya sedengar saya dia udah terapi keempat. Dia yang barusan ngomong ke yang di 13 ini dia terapi keempat dan itu semuanya yang terapi pertama, kedua, ketiga, yang ketiga yang baik tadi itu mati semua guys. Di tempat mati kayak pretty mess up itu kayak bener-bener hancur gitu kan, lebur gitu kan. Terus habis itu seperti kayak apa ya, ada di mesin gitu loh guys, kayak gitu. Takutnya dia juga kendaliin si itu ya, si siapa namanya, si animatronik ya, untuk ngebunuh terapi-terapinya ya. Oke, kita ke 14. Wow.
Do you
Merinding
know
gua.
a place called Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex? I'll take your silence
Okay.
as a yes.
Mulai
And
bahas yang ini ya.
besides, I know you know it. Because the technicians who work for Pizzaplex know you. Or rather, I guess it would be better to say that they think they do. They report that they've caught you on camera, or at least it appears to be you. Nothing to say about that? Well, the techs are convinced that you've hacked into their system many times. Although, I'll admit I don't see any proof here. Seems like they have more of a gut feeling than fact. But apparently, the hacks are causing all kinds of problems. You get a kick out of that? The idea of techs running around like chickens with their heads cut off? Yeah, that's a funny image, isn't it? But seriously, I have to say that I think it's weird that you'd spend so much time in such a busy, social place. You seem like more of a loner to me. Lots of time by yourself instead of with friends. Lots of time talking to yourself. Right? Is it the electronics you like? I saw in your file that you have developed software programs that talk to you in repeat phrases, right? The program asks you questions and prompts you for responses. It's kind of like your own self-therapy, isn't it? Another way of talking to yourself to work things out, right? When I saw some of your recent encrypted conversation logs, that's what I thought I was looking at. It felt like I was watching someone go back and forth in their own head. But the techs found something that's different than that. When I read what they found, at first, I thought I was looking at more examples of you just talking with yourself. Then I realized it was different. When I study this, it sounds like there is someone else responding
Wow,
to you.
gila sih.
Who is it?
Serem ini guys. 14 ini serem banget. Jadi untuk terapinya ini yang aku tangkap adalah dia si Fanny-nya itu lebih kelihatan dia itu penyendiri teman-teman ya. Lebih kelihatan penyendiri terus pokoknya kesepian banget padahal dia itu apa ya bekerja di tempat yang sepi dan dia lagi membuat suatu program yang dimana bisa merespon kata-kata dia gitu. Misalnya kayak dia ngomong-ngomong sendiri direspon-respon sendiri. Itu kayak melegakan hati dia. Suatu self therapy bagi dia ada yang ngajak ngomong gitu apa yang dia mau, apa yang jawaban yang dia mau gitu. Menurut saya sih seperti itu ya teman-teman ya. Terus habis itu dia juga jadi program itu ngerespon dia dan dia dikeluarin karena dia katanya ngehack dan merusak sistemnya yang di Pizza Beer itu kan. Terus nah ini itu nggak tahu ini tuh ada yang orang yang merespon si Vanessa lah itu siapa gitu, si terapinya masih tanya gitu ke Sitinya.
I saw some ink blot test results in
Oke,
your file.
ini udah diganti
I
lagi
like
nih
ink
suaranya
blot
beda
test.
ini soalnya.
You want to do one? Yes? Okay. How about this one? What do you see? What? You want to hold it? Okay. You think it's a mask? It reminds you of a mask? Like a disguise? Yeah, I can see that. You like the idea of being disguised? Disguises let you be sort of invisible, don't they? You can get away with almost anything when you're invisible, can't you? Yeah, you like that idea, huh? Well, okay, moving on. I have another report we need to talk about. Apparently, the techs were reviewing communications going in and out of this building, and they came across some interesting things. They say you were in communication with someone. Or maybe
Communication with
something
someone ini loh.
pretty strange.
Aneh, siapa
What do you
guys?
think about that? Nothing? Well, the techs say it looked to them like it was an attempt to manipulate you, or maybe to lure you somewhere.
Nah, memancing kamu, memanipulasi kamu ke
There,
tempat
that's better.
yang lain gitu
On
loh
this
maksudnya.
side of
Di
the
suatu
desk,
tempat.
I can see your eyes. The thing is, when I read the communications, I get something different out of them. I don't think you're being manipulated here. I think you're the one doing the manipulating.
Nah, bener.
No comment? Huh? Okay. Then how about this? I have this still shot the techs pulled from the security footage that recorded you in the Pizzaplex. That's you, isn't it? I know this image is distorted, but I think it looks like you. And you're not alone here. You're talking to someone. Or something. It's hard to tell. What are those things? They almost look like rabbit ears. What? You find that amusing? Well, I guess it is.
Wow, rekaman ke-15 itu sangat menyenangkan teman-teman ya. Di sini dia langsung ngejudge si Vanessa. Sepertinya ada seseorang yang mau katanya orang-orang itu kayak kamu ngomong sendiri dengan seseorang yang berusaha memanipulasi kamu dan membawa kamu ke suatu tempat. Tapi si terapi bilang, sepertinya bukan orang yang memanipulasi kamu, tapi itu kamu sendiri yang mau memanipulasi dirimu sendiri. Tapi kamu yang memanipulasi, bukan orang, tapi kamu sendiri. Dan itu ada topeng lalu dia bilang juga itu rabbit ears. Ya itu tadi si Fanny. Wow. Okay. The last one 16.
I got another message from the techs at the Pizzaplex.
Okay, dapat
I'm
message
afraid
lainnya.
it's about you again. The techs have been struggling to fix some serious glitches with the robots. I'm not sure what exactly is wrong, except that it's making the robots more eerie than entertaining. You like that? Eerie instead of entertaining? Thanks, but it's really not that funny. Apparently, the glitch extended beyond the robots. It went system-wide. It began infecting all the machines, and when the techs traced the glitch back to its origin, it led them to you. I'm not going to pretend to understand everything I'm reading here, but what I get is that the system-wide glitch was like a cascade that was broadcasting a very dangerous message. While the techs were trying to reprogram the system to remove the glitch, the source of the glitch shifted. You'll have to excuse me, I'm not all that familiar with computer programming, so I might get this wrong, but what I understand is that the glitch stopped being a glitch and turned into an intentional set of subroutines that were aimed at creating the same thing the glitch created. Those subroutines seem to have come from you. Can you explain that?
Okay.
Listen, I'm on your side here. Our sessions are just between you and me. The techs can't prove what they think, so you're not in trouble. I just thought you could tell me what you're trying to do. Maybe if we could get to the bottom of that, it could help you. What do you think? Still not talking? All right. Well, then let's do this. Why don't we talk about the research I did in your past, shall we? Some therapists think they should only focus on information they get from their clients, but some therapists, like me, think it's helpful to find out about clients from other sources. Wanna guess what I found out when I looked into the tragedy of your past? All that stuff about your parents? You aren't even gonna look at me?
Si
Fine.
Vanessa nggak ada dia.
You can look at the floor all you want. But it won't change the fact that none of what you said in your file about your parents was true. The truth is, you had great parents, a great childhood. Why did you lie? Look at me. Tell me why you lied. You... Well, I can understand why you might feel angry about the
Kayak
way
dia
I
langsung
just
lihat ke
confronted
terapinya
you.
ini.
Why don't we come back to this another day? You're shaking your head as though that's not going to happen.
Wah, ini diancam nih terapinya. Terapinya diancam, guys. Waduh, gila sih. Ini sumpah serem banget, guys. Serem banget ini, bener serem banget. But there's someone else. Dan semuanya mati, guys. Gile. Serem ya. Serem loh si Vanessa ini, serem loh guys. Kayak Vanessa ini mungkin aku juga kurang begitu paham ya teman-teman ya. Cuman dia kayaknya dia punya 2 kepribadian teman-teman. Ini udah nggak bisa dipilih lagi nih. Oke. Jadi dia punya 2 kepribadian teman-teman. I don't know who is Vanessa, who is Fanny. No. Dia adalah satu orang yang sama mungkin. Dan serem banget sih guys orang ini guys, bener. Aku nggak bayangin pas terapinya tuh keempat-empatnya dibunuh guys. Bayangin lu, 4 terapi dibunuh semua sama si Vanessa. Yang terapi keempat ini udah kayak diancem gitu loh. Gila gak sih Vanessa ini, sumpah horor banget sih Vanessa. Aku paling serem sih daripada yang lainnya guys adalah tentang kejiwaan. Bener, kejiwaan tuh serem banget guys. Kejiwaan seperti ini serem banget teman-teman. Wow, gila sih ini Vanessa udah bener-bener nggak tahu deh. Ini kayak banyak orang yang mati di tangannya atau gimana. Gliss trapnya itu dia yang bikin semuanya. I don't know, masih sebuah misteri ya, belum terpecahkan juga sih. Tapi dengan itu tadi kita bisa mendapatkan informasi bahwa si Vanessa ini ya sebenarnya memiliki 2 kepribadian sih menurut saya ya. Menurut saya pribadi ya. Jadi memang dia punya 2 kepribadian teman-teman. Wow. Sumpah sih, serem banget sumpah. Ini sumpah serem banget guys. Waduh kaget gua gara-gara serem tadi. Ini serem banget sih. Masih yang bisa teman-teman. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Oke, nggak bisa. I don't know why. Oke, fire exitnya aku juga nggak tahu kenapa. Pokoknya seperti itu ya teman-teman ya. Oke, ini tetap nggak bisa. Entahlah, aku juga nggak tahu kenapa. Padahal aku udah full upgrade juga. Oke, kalau gitu itu spekulasi dari saya sih teman-teman ya. Jadi memang kalau saya lihat memang si Vanessa ini punya 2 kepribadian. Dia ngomong sendiri sama dirinya sendiri dan membuat program yang dimana bisa menjawab kemauannya dia gitu. Dan dia juga berbohong tentang keluarganya dia yang sebenarnya keluarganya baik-baik aja gitu. Tapi dia malah bikin dia itu kayak apa ya? Kayak hancur, rusak keluarganya gitu. Oke, mungkin sampai sini aja. Mungkin ada teman-teman yang akan menambahkan gimana ceritanya. Jadi aku juga nggak tahu sih. Aku juga nggak tahu apakah ini benar apa enggak. Aku juga nggak tahu. Saya banyak banget kemungkinan yang ada teman-teman. So itu mungkin video dari saya. Mohon maaf saya tidak bisa mendapatkan ending. Mungkin aku akan coba lagi entahlah kapan. Pokoknya kalian tahu kan endingnya itu unmax ya kan. Terus tiba-tiba di atas pas waktu itu Freddy jatuh sama si Fanny. Tapi ternyata pas dibuka itu Fanny. Ternyata di atas tetap ada Fanny juga. Nggak tahu itu siapa gitu. Kalau menurutku sih karena si Fanny kejebak sama gliss trap atau spring trap itu. Entahlah si itu jadi dia memang nggak bisa mati. Mungkin bisa jadi kayak gitu. Ada 2 aku I don't know. So thank you guys. Jangan lupa kalian subscribe, like, dan share. Dan kalau kalian suka, hope you enjoy. Mohon maaf saya belum bisa mendapat endingnya itu juga. Saya kurang tahu kenapa bug. Dan see you guys next Five Nights at Freddy berikutnya. Bye.